If your legs feel heavy, your hips feel stiff, and your balance doesn't feel reliable anymore, this is not aging. This is your lower body losing control. Most men over 50 don't lose strength first. They lose coordination. And when coordination fades, the nervous system stops trusting movement. When movement isn't trusted, the body shifts into protection mode. Protection limits everything: strength, endurance, recovery, and yes, hormonal output. I'm Dr. Helen Carter. Today, I'll guide you through 5 foundational exercises that restore control to the lower body, the hips, pelvis, and legs, so the nervous system can relax and testosterone support can return naturally. These movements are not aggressive. They are precise. One rule for the entire session: you will feel effort without strain, controlled tension, stillness under pressure. Move slowly, breathe calmly, let control lead effort. Exercise 1. Hip airplanes. We begin with a movement that most men have not practiced in decades: controlled hip rotation while balancing on one leg. Stand tall and shift your weight onto one leg. Keep a slight bend in the knee. Before you hinge, set your posture. Ribs stacked over pelvis. Neck long, jaw relaxed. Now hinge forward at the hips, extending the opposite leg behind you so your body forms a long, stable line. Pause. From here, slowly rotate your hips open toward the ceiling. Then rotate them closed toward the floor. The standing leg stays steady. The foot stays rooted. Imagine you are gripping the ground gently with your toes without curling them hard. Start with 5 slow rotations per side. If balance feels uncertain, lightly hold a wall or chair. That is not weakness. It is intelligent progression. This exercise teaches the nervous system that the hip can stabilize and rotate safely again. When the hip regains this role, the pelvis stops overworking and the lower back can finally release. And as the body exits protection, output returns, including the hormonal environment that supports drive and recovery. Exercise 2. Deep squat hold with arm reach. Next, we restore your relationship with the ground. Stand with your feet slightly wider than hip width. Turn the toes out gently. Lower yourself into a deep squat as far as comfortable. Keep the heels down, chest tall, spine long. Now add the signal that matters most here: slow breathing while staying calm near the floor. Once settled, place one hand on the floor for support. Reach the opposite arm upward, rotating through the upper back as your eyes follow the hand. Pause for a slow breath. Then switch sides. 5 controlled reaches per side. Many men rush to stand up from this position without realizing why. It is not weakness, it is uncertainty. As that uncertainty fades, movement becomes calmer and more efficient. And efficient movement is a signal of safety the nervous system responds to immediately. If your heels lift, elevate them slightly with a folded towel. Keep the knees tracking the toes. Smooth is the goal. Exercise 3. Couch stretch. Years of sitting shorten the hip flexors. These muscles attach directly to the spine. When they stay tight, they pull the pelvis forward and keep the lower back under constant tension, even when you are not moving. Place one knee on the floor with the top of the foot against a couch or wall behind you. Front foot flat. Front knee roughly over the ankle. Now gently tuck the tailbone under and squeeze the glute of the back leg. Not a casual squeeze. A clean, controlled squeeze, like the glute turns to stone. That single cue changes everything. It stops the lower back from taking over. It tells the pelvis to return to neutral. Hold for 30 to 60 seconds per side. Breathe slowly and evenly. This is not about intensity. It is about restoring alignment. When the pelvis returns to neutral, the spine calms down. And when the spine calms down, the nervous system stops signaling danger, which supports better recovery, deeper sleep, and a healthier hormonal rhythm over time. Exercise 4. Thoracic spine, open books. Now we restore rotation where most men have lost it, the mid-back. Many men believe their stiffness starts in the hips. Very often, it starts higher. The thoracic spine, the mid-back, is designed to rotate. When that rotation disappears, the body steals movement from somewhere else. Usually the lower back, the hips, the knees. That compensation creates tension, instability, and guarded movement in the lower body. Lie on your side with the knees bent and stacked at 90 degrees. Arms extended forward, palms together. Before you move, create a stable base. Press the knees gently together. Feel the pelvis stay heavy and quiet. Now slowly lift the top arm and rotate it open toward the floor behind you, following your hand with your eyes. Keep the knees stacked. Keep the pelvis quiet. If you feel the lower back twist, reduce the range and slow down. Pause for one calm breath in the open position. Then return slowly. Perform 8 to 10 repetitions per side. As thoracic rotation returns, the lower body no longer needs to compensate. Guarding fades. Movement redistributes naturally. This is how you protect the hips, by restoring freedom above them. And when the body moves without compensation, it stops wasting energy and starts rebuilding. Exercise 5, 90-90, hip switches. We finish with one of the most important movements for aging well, hip rotation under control. Sit on the floor with one leg in front of you and one behind you, both bent at 90 degrees. Sit tall, chest lifted, spine long. For many men, simply holding this position already reveals the limitation. So do not rush past the setup. Take 2 slow breaths here. On the inhale, grow taller through the crown of the head. On the exhale, keep the ribs down and the pelvis steady. Now slowly lift the knees and rotate both legs to the opposite side, switching into the mirrored 90-90 position. Do not rush. Do not push with the hands. Let the hips control the transition. That slow rotational shift is something most men lose early with age, and when it disappears, the body avoids the ground, avoids rotation, and avoids unfamiliar positions. Avoidance sends a clear message to the nervous system. Limit output, stay safe, perform 8 slow switches. As this movement returns, standing up from the floor feels easier. Turning feels smoother. Balance becomes automatic again. This is not flexibility. This is trust restored. And trust is the foundation of strength, confidence, and long-term testosterone support, because the body only invests in power when it feels safe enough to express it. Perform this sequence 2 to 4 times per week. 1 or 2 sets per exercise is enough. If you want a simple template, 1 set is your minimum dose, 2 sets is your rebuild dose. Rest 30 to 45 seconds between movements. Breathe through the nose if you can. This is not a workout you rush through. It is a practice. When the lower body regains control, the nervous system relaxes. And when protection fades, strength, circulation, and healthy hormonal signaling can return naturally. Your body is not broken. It has adapted to years of restricted movement. Give it the right signals, and it will respond. If this routine helped you, leave a comment. Tell me your age and where you're watching from. I'll see you in the next session.